Start recording. Hello everyone, it's Nick. I'm here and I have actually changed the layout. So now you can see me. I have the camera on and you can see the team and some stats on the screen. And it looks a bit weird because of before I had it adjusted to the Elgato not being in full screen mode, and then when I changed to full screen mode it was a bit weird. That's why it's a bit of a, you can see a bit of a gap between the team and the screen. I'll see if that is something that can be changed for other games, but I think this is the best I can do at the moment. So you have the team and you have the stats for the conversion playthrough. As said, we're going through all the regions in the order I would have played them or lived and journeyed if I were to live in the Pokemon world. And therefore we have the region, the current region. For me it will be all the regions in order apart from Hoenn and Johto. And then the total amount for Pokemon, and we're talking about unique specific Pokemon. So even if my Pokédex says 18 or 24 or whatever it's saying, I have 14 unique Pokemon, because in the Pokédex Viridian, the Ivysaur counts as 2 because of the Ivysaur and Bulbasaur evolution. Well, it's just one, technically it is just one Pokemon. And then badges, of course, is free right now, and this might seem a bit silly for the first playthrough like this, but as I said, it's through all the regions, so you will see that number go up and up and up and up and up in a way that most other playthroughs doesn't. So we have had 2 episodes of no commentary because it's been just pure grinding. And that's to get Lady, the Growlithe, up to level and be ready for the fighting. Ooh, I don't have Pidgeotto on the team right now. But I think Lady and Char should be able to take care of this gym on their own. So we're channeling the 4th gym as soon as we start this episode, and we'll see what happens. Like, we'll see how messy it becomes for me to try and edit the layout, because as you can see, this is this recording, the layout is in the recording. This is live recorded, it's not edited in a video editor, so I will have to edit it as I go along. Oh, come on. Lady, you can do this. Alright, I had a special defense drop. Well, it's not that good of a start. Oh, come on. Okay, we dodged that. That's at least amazing, because now she uses a Hyper Potion. Which is not as amazing, but we dodge at least the paralysis and we get a crit to take revenge on her using items in battle. Sorry, I have a instant coffee in front of me. And Char levels up from that, which is good for the stat points. We're stronger now, and we can one-hit KO Tangela without even needing anything else, and that gives us level 29, so now we're up to par with Vileplume. And we're faster, Speed Tide or faster, but we don't do half. That could be bad. No special defense drop, please. Nice. And just use, unless she crits, this should be fine. Yes, and no special defense drop, because I realized that was the bad thing for Lady, that the special defense drop messed her up. So we defeated Erika, we get the badge boost from this. We can use strength outside of battle. Team 19 is Giga Drain, maybe, but I don't think so, because I don't think I want it on Meridian, but maybe. I'll have to see. So that, the gym is done, and that means I need to check. It's a bit messy, but we can do it like this, because you don't see, you see the gap in the editing, but you don't see all the edit screens. So you only saw a 3 turn into a 4 there. So now we have 4 badges. And I'm gonna be a bit contra-intuitive here, and because you can technically go and do this, like you can't go over Snorlax. Ooh, that's a double battle. Okay. I guess we'll go and heal, because I was thinking about going get Fly and then record what the team was at the time of defeating Erika, because Swampis is just there for the cut, nothing else. I think we're pretty much almost done with all the required cut areas. But I guess we'll look through the team. We can switch you with Char and you... not switch. Summary, Viridian level 30. A bit over leveled. But it's okay. Full grass type moves. Nido, the Nidoking. Char, the Charmeleon. Granite, the Graveler. Lady the Growlithe, and then we technically have Swampis the Paras. And we have it like this because we do need a Swampis cut. I don't really want that on another Pokemon. As I've said many videos before, I still recommend HMs over the newer game systems, or at least I like them more than the newer games. Oh, you can sneak by the couple. How did I get in? How did you get in? I don't think, usually if it's a big empty area it's a hidden item, but I'm not sure if it's just atmosphere. Just then you talk to this lady and you get Fly, and you can actually already fly. I think Fly is Lieutenant Surge in FireRed and Leaf Green, so we could be traveling back and forth without having to care about cut and stuff like that. But we'll fight this couple so we can continue. Because there are some like extra areas you can get on the eastern side of Kanto. If you have cut, but it's like it's not necessary. And up to this point I haven't, like it's just now that I have 6 Pokemon I wanna use, and I'm technically thanks to it being my conversion playthrough and I've traded over Pokemon, I have a Charmeleon that I wouldn't have otherwise. So instead I'm like, I have had room for a a cut user up to this point. Now Graveler hit 30, that's nice. Okay, what is next on the agenda? now we're locked behind the Snorlaxes. We do need to move Snorlax, and for that we need the Team Rocket Hideout. But as I said, we don't need cut for the hideout, and we don't need cut for Lavender Town, and I don't think we need it at all, really, in a really long while, so we are going to move back Pidgeotto, Crow the Pidgeotto, onto the team. And then Paras should be Nido, Charmeleon, I guess Geodude and Paras. No, we had Mankey and then either Geodude. So Paras there, and then we have Lady should have been there. As said, 14 Pokemon in total. We have one in the daycare. But now's the question, should I... It's a bit early, but I think we're actually going to be doing it this way, that... I am pulling forward my old Game Boy Advance and my sister's Game Boy Advance. Quit game, confirm. You will have to watch this screen a bit. I could have done it in between recordings, and I was considering to do it, like, do I wanna evolve Graveler before the episode out off screen to not have to do it in this way? You might be hearing the FireRed sound in the background, and this is because I'm starting up the game. I do have I do need to put a extra Pokemon on the team, I think. I am gonna do that gamble because I talked about it before. That the analog pocket has a risk of deleting your save files if you let it go, or at least mine does, if I let it go into what people say is most likely cause the power saving mode. If it goes into power saving while a game is inside the socket, it will delete the save data. That has nothing to do with it being old games, etc. That's just how it is. It will delete save files. So what I'm doing is that I'm first actually gonna... Oh, I need to look closer. Because we have some extra Pokemon from earlier. So first we'll do it like this. Send actually the Squirtle, because I have a plan. Like, I would have caught a Squirtle, and I said this is conversion, this is not the games where the starters are one per game limited Pokemon. Like, the starters need to exist somewhere in the open world. So we are trading over a Squirtle to catch later, but I won't add it to the total until it is like at its catch location. And no, we're not doing yellow / let's go rules of getting a Squirtle in Vermilion based on the anime. And then now we need to trade back and forth, because this should work. Trading over. I have to see if I can smash B to abort the evolution. I don't remember if you can with trades. No, I can't abort it, so it seems, so here you go. Scuffed, but there it is. A golem. So now I'm gonna try to be as quick as I can, because now we need to trade them back. Oh no, not lady. We're gonna trade the Ratata back and forth. Sorry for this. As I said, this is like just raw material, raw footage, because even if I want to have footage without the background later, if I make a video out of this, I can just cut out the actual gameplay square. So this, as I said, is my RPG challenge. This is more or less a VOD channel where I just upload everything I record to save space on my hard drives. Cancel the trades. Go outside. And save all of this. Both games saved. That means we can restart FireRed on the analog pocket. Then I actually have to look into... I'm sorry if I'm looking down a bit as well. It's the Dino Revival Community Day, whatever you call it, in Pokemon Go. So just wanted to see if I could get a shiny one. I do have a lot of candy already. And now we don't need that. And now, if we look at the team, I'm gonna look at member 3. It's completely different. Let's go. So we're gonna first of all change you into you. This is also nice with the layout, like it's just by updating the picture, like all the edits I've done to the picture size and whatnot stays between the pictures, and due to me using the home icon, they stay the same, or they are like in a good position every single time. So now we have Granite the Golem. Look at those stats. Nice, nice, nice. Holy, a ton of dinos spawned. I'm just gonna check any shinies. I got one. And I've been missing out. I've been only doing it for an hour. Not the 3 hours it's been up. No more shinies, so then we'll ignore it. Now, we have Golem, we have Pidgeotto. The team is as it should be. So we are going down to the Team Rocket Hideout. And I realized it, I never knew it as a kid. Because you got told by friends on what to do. But we're into the casino. There is a person like in the city talking about how you should like not touch the poster. There is actually a person telling you to not touch the poster. It's not just you supposedly being like curious, like why was the... Yeah, he says it's rumored to be run by Team Rocket, and then you see this guy. I don't remember, like, to a degree, I would want to evolve Viridian as soon as possible. Because I usually do get the Venusaur just about around Eureka. At least if I don't have level limits, I get it easily before Eureka. I did hinder myself this time after realizing I had over-leveled. Because it's such a nice stat boost to have. Because now, I don't remember exactly, or I do remember exactly, because I did actually update and create a document where I've written down all gyms levels, the maximum level of all gyms. I've started. I plan to do it for all generations, all games that even within generations can have different levels. To have that as a document, so I can just check the document, what is the level cap, and then not have to see the Pokemon, like not remember what Pokemon they have, because I thought that. But here, as a kid, I thought always that you were to like, wow, where did he go to? Where did he disappear? Like, okay, he was staring at the poster, and it's AR on the poster. It's a Team Rocket poster. It's even a rocket in the background here. So, oh, you're just gonna be curious and check the poster, and it opens. But there is actually a person in Celadon City that tells you there is a switch behind the poster, or he tells you there's definitely not a switch behind the poster. But so there is actually a clue on what to get or what to do. And like, because also against Giovanni is a tough opponent. I want Venusaur, because as I said, the level cap is dramatically increased now when we have succeeded in avoiding or in defeating Eureka, because now it's 43. It is 43 for 2 gyms at the same time, because both Fuchsia City and Saffron City has the same level cap of 43 in FireRed Leaf Green. It's the same in all the generational games, apart from maybe Let's Go. I have not checked Let's Go. But in all Gen 1, Gen 3 games, Fuchsia City and Saffron City has the same level cap. The level cap is a bit different between the games, but or can be. I think Yellow is at least different than all the others. But it's always the same for those two. And that's because after defeating, or even before defeating Erika, Kanto is kinda open world. Because you don't need strength to move around. So after getting cut from the SSN, like the entire game is open up to you, more or less, apart from the surfing zones. Ow. Oh no. Okay, they goes for a stupid move. I don't know, I might maybe not been in automatic KO range then, if the AI didn't go for the KO. Escape rope, nice. And this is also usually how I handle things like this. I usually just take the stairs and do everything I can with just the stairs first, before I start opening doors and go around in other areas. Ah, Subat. Subat is like the one thing Viridian really can't do anything against. No, I still have the wrong... I don't have Pidgeotto. Here is Shell, the Squirtle that we will have later. So, okay, after this battle I go and heal and swap anyway then. As long as he keeps having Zubats, I'll just use Golem. And this is like why I usually don't have a camera. I'll just sit there bobbing my head, listening to the music, and not really do that much, talk that much. So I'll either just expand the scene to have, if I do recordings where I don't talk, I either will at least turn the camera off, or I'll just increase the size of the game capture to a size where it covers the entire screen. Ooh, that's a bit excessive with a 9, but we'll go for it. Okay, this is wrong. This is so wrong. We don't have... It's too early in the generations for Team XP share. But lore-wise we don't have Squirtle yet, so... And as I said, I haven't, like, before the few times I've done this, because I said I've started it, I've never finished it. That's why I say I have done it a few times. I usually move over Squirtle immediately together with the Charmander in the beginning. I have been afraid this time because I don't want to, like, it's not a massive time save, but it is a somewhat of a time save to not have to reset for a decent Squirtle. If I were to accidentally delete this save file. Alright, we're going... We're supposed to go here, so... I have all the Pokemon on me that I kind of want on me. So I'm not sure if I should swap out anyone for Eevee or at all. So we'll do it like this. That top half. Like this is the Celadon mansion, the store. And that's just a gym and extras down there. That's a dude, but we need surf for that, which we need Fuchsia City. We'll do the Team Rocket Corner first. Team Rocket Corner will be today's episode, I feel like. We should in 30 minutes be able to clear it out. Okay, so now we're done here. So we do it like that. Can pick up a new Moonstone. I don't remember if FireRed Leaf Green is that type of game where you can get all the Moonstone evolutions on your own. Team 212 Taunt. Or if you need to do it different somehow. That's to continue, but this is for the item. Super Potion, okay? That just goes around, and we picked everything up, so we need to go around. And then down here, and then one too many. Now we can access the lift and the staircases. I don't remember perfectly what happens with the lift at this point. As I said, I usually save using the lift until the end and use it more as a quick way back up rather than a quick way down. Quick attack. Razor leaf. So 85, 43, 53, 63, 67 and 56 before evolving. Just did you know? Ivysaur will evolve after this. Money and Viridian is evolving. Venusaur. There we go, Venusaur is on the team. Viridian, my starter, been through me all these years. Oh, I didn't swap Viridian away. Now we do need to swap though. We'll use Granite for this. Then, because on a swap in is much easier to get Granite in to start super effective hitting. Rather than swap Pidgeotto in and might take a poison, take damage, and it takes time to defeat the opponent, etc, etc. I don't think Coughing is guaranteed to have Levitate. This one does have. Of course the one I do go for it, but because I'm sure I've hit Coughings with Magnitude in FireRed Leaf Green. But I don't remember what it has. I know Weezing can have neutral gas. That's a real VGC like strategy to use. Almost. But it tackles for one. Alright. Damn it. I'm usually supposed to check the stats, so I have them on the recording. Granite, the Golem, or I maybe did, but I have Rockhead and not Sturdy. Like, I don't know how useful that is in Gem 3. I was about to say it's better than Sturdy because Sturdy is either bugged or wrongly or just awful in Gem 3. But I don't know if I have any recoil moves in Gem 3. But 93, 91, 84, 48, 47, 49 on level 31, so one level too high. And then we have Radiant, the Calm, Venusaur, Overgrow, 98, 54, 66, 76, 81 and 69. A defensive Venusaur. Alright, we're swapping. Just now, Crow is technically the lowest level on the team. Okay, so this was just a small room extra. And I said I could potentially go in the lift, but we'll take the stairs. And keep cleaning it out with that way, because then I usually do it, I think, because then I can keep track of, okay, I'm done with floor 1, I'm done with floor 2, etc. Without too much having to think which floor was I on when I used the elevator. Such amazing music. Pokemon has always been amazing with this music. "21 frustration", that's like, I think it's the opposite to return, so you need as low friendship as possible for it. Go down here first. Take a rare candy. Then we can go up there. Now we need to go around here. Down here. None of those. Not that one, not that one. This one. But like now it's amazing for Giovanni to have both Venusaur and Golem and Nidoking. Nidoking is just strong overall, but Golem with Magnitude and Viridian with Grass moves for the rock types, and just overall being a fully evolved Pokemon is just great against Giovanni. Why does Hypnosis always hit? Hypnosis is like, shouldn't it be like 60 or 75% or something like that? Come on, wake up. I said wake up. Okay, I'm so happy with the champion's nerf to sleep, at least. I could have seen it maybe being 4 turns instead of just 3 turns. Automatic guaranteed wake up, but these type moments where you have Pokemon be asleep for so long and you can't do anything about them apart from using items. We're actually gonna give them to Lady, because I don't know how often I will be using Bite, but I think she will be more or less the only Pokemon, maybe Squirtle, but the only Pokemon with a dark type move, so Team 49. Now we fight you. Oh yeah, the elevator doesn't even work. But I know... Is it Saffron City, like Sylph Code, and that has an elevator that does work, that you can go a bit up and down early on in... Oh, come on. I know it's a high chance poison, but please... Man. Still, the same thing here. I would, if I had the power, I would return poison to how it was here in Gen 1 free, that it actually does damage outside combat. I feel it's just an unnecessary nerf. And easy mode to the playthroughs to have poison not do damage outside of combat in the newer games. Now, and as I said before, this is one of the parts where I'm like, nope. Me as a child, I was stingy as all hell. So I'm rather spending the like 1 minute or whatever it is to run outside, run all the way to the Pokemon Center and heal, rather than buy and have a few antidotes on me. That's just how I play. Like, I've been using far more potions in this playthrough, if you watch the episodes, than I probably would have as a kid. So now, one more floor down, and then we can go here. Take the automatic movement there, take this one, this one, this one. Oh no, I took the wrong one. Man. There we go. Now it works. Because this is the thing, we're B2 now. I don't think there is anything on B1. It's a trainer. And I think that this trainer is active even after you defeat Giovanni. But I'm gonna fight it, because this is also what I usually do with gyms, that I do fight everything, because gym trainers are like inactivated, or what you wanna call it, after the gym leader is defeated, so it's wasted XP to not fight them. Ooh, crit, nice. Then Crow got all the XP, no worries there. Now this open, yeah, I think that's just to open the door out. But as I said, I think he's active all the time, but now he's at least defeated, so if he's someone that does turn inactive, he won't. We'll take an extra calcium. And then here we have a double Team Rocket Grunt battle. Now it's not a 2-hit KO anymore. Cause flying is a physical move. I can't just use Gust because I feel like, oh, it's wind, it's not physical. No, it's physical, it's Gen 3. All flying moves are physical. And I kinda get it that they wanted to spread out the types so that half were physical and half were special. But some types like don't really make sense. Like poison being physical? Like, I guess the poison itself technically has substance. But at the same time, like, it's poison, it's toxins, it's not like a punch or something that physically... I guess it's kind of physical, but it feels weird to say that it's physical. Ooh. That could be bad. Let's go for Fresh. Risk it for the biscuit. No, no. Okay, now this is just bad. You used free Pokemon and you're a bad guy, so I'll swap in Viridian because grass moves, they are special. And grass is one of those that are a middle ground. I understand a lot of them are status powders and you have the Absorb, Mega Drain and Giga Drain chain of moves. That are special, but at the same time you have Razor Leaf and Vine Whip that are clearly physical, so... But, for those that don't know, the simple rule... it's a Intimidate Ekans. The simple rule of Pokemon is that the special moves are the evolutions minus EV for normal type, plus Dragon, I think it becomes. I should have magnitude it. It's enough anyway. Because out of the 18 types, or technically it was 17 at the point of... you're defensive against rock at least. I don't know if ground resists ground or not. No, it doesn't. But from the beginning, with 15 types, we had 8... I think 8 physical and 7 special. Then when Steel and Dark were added, they got 1 each. Steel being physical and Dark being special. Despite most Dark moves being like Bite, Crunch. So I think this the special side that is lacking, so people are usually generally saying that okay, that would be Fairy, aka Evolution, that takes up the last special spot. But we have Water, Electric, Fire, Psychic, Dark, Ice, Grass, so that's 7. And then you have Dragon on top of that as the 8 base ones that are special. And then I think I said you add Fairy if you're counting 18, because you have... I said they were going for half-half, but in Gen 1 we had 15, it's uneven. In Gen 2 and onward we had 17, which is uneven. So one of them had to add 1 extra. So discounting Eevee and instead adding Dragon, you have the special types, if you count all the evolutions. But now, Giovanni, we must fight. And I think this is also one of the things that people complain about, but I think it's better, to a degree at least, with the earlier generations, is that it's not that we are like specially chosen as the superhero that is there to save the day. It's not destiny. Like, we just more or less stumble upon this crime organization, and as good people we want to stop them. While I think in future generations it's more or less like people ask you to do the big great thing instead of doing it themselves. Here, this Kangaskhan can be dangerous. Ooh, I would like to get the sleep powder. I want to do the sleep leashed threats. Because this Kangaskhan is many times can be a Nuzlocke ender, or at least Nuzlocke deaths for a lot of people. How? I've more or less every single sleep I've gotten has been like minimum 4 turns, maybe even 7 turns at points. And you wake up immediately? Or is that an ability, even if it didn't say ability was triggered? How? I need to check. Is this just... Because I know Kangaskhan has some ability that can be a bit messy for me. Because I know it gets scrappy in future. It doesn't have scrappy. Yeah, it has an early bird. Yeah, that's it. It has an early bird, so it has a high chance of waking up. So that was wasted, so now we're just gonna attack and hope we survive. Ooh. Region is putting up a good fight. But this is not an Nuzlocke, so I don't need to play super safe. I can go for the kill. But we were just lucky with the misses there. Holy. So now, that's done. Nice. Meet again, and then we can get the silver scope. Nice. And we can just go outside. So this episode has actually been quite like story driven, with a gym battle and the Team Rocket corner and some evolutions. I hope you liked the new layout, because we are at 52 minutes and the next part is potentially a grind, hopefully not a massive grind, but potentially. So I don't think it's really worth doing that in this episode. No free items, I'm like just checking around, we've been down there. So yeah, we have the Pokémon mansion. I guess we can go in here. Should be nothing down there, but this should be the tea lady. I don't remember if you can in FireRed or Leaf Green, but like I think it was either Gen 1 or Gen 3 or both, where you technically don't need the tea. You could just go to the top of the Celadon department store, buy any of the drinks, soda pop, lemon, whatever, and you can give that to the guards to unlock Saffron City. And that feels like it's just a Gen 1 coding being bad stuff, but it could be Gen 3 as well. Okay, they either like made fun of one of their co-worker being truly a goon, or I don't know, having him talk about the 3 female gym leaders. And then I guess there's nothing here, or is there a hidden item on this side? Nope. Seems empty. Okay, so then we've done the mansion part, the like non-important side of the mansion. So yeah, but that will have to be the episode, because we are going to aim for the EV. Start off with the EV in the next episode, which I said it can be a grind. I'm not super strict on EV's nature, but I at least want, as said before in earlier episodes, we don't want a bad one. A neutral one is okay, but not a bad one. So I'll see you up at the EV later, or when we start episode. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.